Hello everyone. In my previous video, I had shared how to find out the number of zeros from the graph. In this video, I'll be telling you about the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial. For a linear polynomial, you already know that the zero is given by minus b upon a, which is equal to minus sign the constant term upon the coefficient of x. Let us take up the quadratic polynomial now. This is one kind of question that you get in your exam. So if one of the zeros of the polynomial is this, then find the value of k. So I need to find out the value of k. You know that the zero of the polynomial means that value of x for which the polynomial becomes 0. So if it's written that the 0 is equal to minus 3 root 2, it will mean that in the polynomial, if I put x is equal to minus 3 root 2, the polynomial will become 0. So if I put x is equal to minus 3 root 2, so I get minus 3 root 2 whole square plus k into x means k into minus 3 root 2 minus 6 is equal to 0, which gives me k into minus 3 root 2 plus 12 is equal to 0, which gives me k is equal to minus 12 upon minus 3 root 2, which finally gives me k is equal to 2 root 2. So this is one question of maybe 1 mark that can be asked in your exams, that find out the value of k for which the polynomial has a 0 given to you. Let us come to the other set of questions. The second type of question that is generally asked in your exams is find out the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. So first of all, we should be knowing what is the relation before we start verifying it. Let us take up the example. I take the polynomial 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. We factorize it by splitting of the middle term. I hope you all remember how do we factorize it. 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. All right. So 2 into 6 is 12. I will break this minus 8 so that the product of the numbers comes out to be 12 and the sum comes out to be minus 8. So I get 2x squared minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. I can take 2 common from here. I get 2x common I take and I get x minus 3. I take minus 2 common from here and I am getting x minus 3. So I get 2x minus 2 into x minus 3, which if I take out 2 common, I get x minus 1 into x minus 3. Now, for what values will this polynomial px come out to be 0? The moment I take x equal to 1, this polynomial px will come out to be 0 or not? Let's try to find out 1. P1 is what? P1 is equal to 2 into 1 square minus 8 into 1 plus 6, which comes out to be 2 minus 8 plus 6, which is equal to 0. Similarly, put x equal to 3. So P3 comes out to be what? P3 comes out to be 2 into 3 square minus 8 into 3 plus 6, which is how much? 2 into 9, 18. 18 minus 24 plus 6, which is again equal to 0. So that means the zeros of this polynomial are 1 and 3. Once I have got all the zeros of the polynomial as 1 and 3, what is the sum of the zeros? The sum of the zeros is equal to 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. And what about minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square? What is that? It is also equal to minus of minus 8 upon 2, which is also equal to 4. So we can say that sum of the zeros is equal to minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Let us now take what about the product. What is the product of the zeros? The product of zeros is equal to 1 into 3, which is equal to 3. And what about the constant term upon the coefficient of x square? That is equal to 6 upon 2, which is equal to 3. So we conclude that the product of the zeros is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. So we get two important results from this. Number one, the sum of the zeros is equal to minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and also the product of the zeros is given by the constant term upon the coefficient of x square. If the zeros are alpha and beta, then for the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, I get that sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is given by minus b upon a, which is equal to minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. And second, the product of the zeros for a polynomial given by ax square plus bx plus c, and the zeros being alpha and beta, the product of the zeros alpha beta is given by c upon a, that is the constant term upon the coefficient of x square. Now, in your exams, you get a question to find out the zeros and verify the relationship. Let us take up one of the questions of that sort. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Now, how do we find out the zeros? First of all, we will factorize it by splitting of the middle term, x square plus 7x plus 10. If px is this polynomial, I can factorize it very simply, x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. I take x common from here, I get x plus 5. I take 2 common from here and I get x plus 5. So it factorizes to x plus 2 into x plus 5, right? So what are the zeros? The zeros will be minus 2 and minus 5. If I am factorizing a polynomial in the form of x plus a into x plus b, then the zeros are minus a and minus b. So I get the zeros as minus 2 and minus 5 here. Now, the zeros have come out to be minus 2 and minus 5. I showed you how. Let us find out the sum of the zeros. What is the sum of the zeros? The sum of the zeros is minus 2 plus minus 5, which comes out to be minus 7. Let us check. I needed to prove it equal to minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x squared. That means I'll find out minus sign the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? 7 upon the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. So I get minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x squared comes out to be minus of 7 upon 1, which is also equal to minus 7. So I get the result, sum of the zeros is equal to minus sign the coefficient of x upon coefficient of x squared. Let us come to the product. What is the product of the zeros? The product of the zeros means zeros were minus 2 and minus 5. So their product comes out to be 10. I need to prove it equal to the constant term upon the coefficient of x squared. The constant term here is 10 upon coefficient of x squared, that is 1. So I get the constant term upon the coefficient of x squared comes out to be 10 upon 1, which is also equal to 10. And hence I get the result that the product of the zeros is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x squared. So this is how I will verify. I will find them out separately and show them to be equal then. Now let us come to the third type of question that we get in the exams. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2 respectively. So what do we have? I have that the sum of the zeros is given by minus 3 and the product is given by 2. So you should be knowing that any polynomial can be given by the px is equal to x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus the product of the zeros. So I know, when I know this formula, I can easily write the polynomial as sum of the zeros is how much? It is equal to minus 3 and the product is 2. So px comes out to be x square minus minus 3 into x plus the product 2. So I get x square plus 3x plus 2 as the required polynomial. So I hope you have understood this question. Now, when I multiply this polynomial by any number, any real number, that polynomial will also have the zeros, the sum of the zeros is minus 3 and 2. So a general form of the polynomial is given by px is equal to k times square plus 3x plus 2, where k is any real number. Okay. Find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. Now compare both the questions. Here the sum and the product of the zeros are minus 3 and 2, and here the zeros are minus 3 and 2. So we know that the polynomial is given by x square minus the sum of the zeros into x plus the product of the zeros. The zeros are minus 3 and 2. So sum of the zeros comes out to be how much? Minus 3 plus 2 is the sum, that is minus 1. And product of the zero comes out to be minus 3 into 2, which is minus 6. I get that the polynomial is given by x square minus the sum of the zeros, that is x square minus minus 1 into x plus the product of the zeros, that is minus 6. So I get square minus 1x minus 6. That is x square plus x minus 6 is the required polynomial. So I hope again this question is also clear. But remember few things. When you get the questions, you also get the questions. Find out the polynomial if alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. Find out a polynomial whose zeros are having this condition. So remember these few things that will be useful for you. First, keep in mind if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a and alpha beta is equal to c upon a. This is the first and foremost important thing that we did. Then if one zero is the negative of the other, if this is given, use that the sum of the zeros will be zero. If one zero is negative of the other means that if I add both the zeros, the sum will come out to be zero. So minus b upon a is equal to zero. So automatically b, the coefficient of x, will come out to be zero in that case. If one zero is reciprocal of the other, use the product of zeros is equal to 1. See, 1 0 is reciprocal of the other means if one is alpha, the other becomes 1 upon alpha. So the product of the zeros comes out to be what? Alpha into 1 upon alpha, which will be equal to 1. So c upon a, the constant term upon the coefficient of x square, that comes out to be 1, which will help us find out the required things in the question. Then you'll be using these formulae quite often in doing the questions. Alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. I have used the identity alpha plus beta whole square is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. So using that, I get alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. This alpha minus beta, let's say, is given to us, and the product of the zeros is given to us. Then the sum of the zeros can be easily found out using the formula alpha plus beta whole square is equal to alpha minus beta whole square plus 4 alpha beta. Next, the formula for cubes. We have done this in class 9th, these identities, but we tend to forget them when we have to use them here in class 10. So alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. When I know the sum of the zeros, that means I know alpha plus beta. So alpha beta again I know. So I can put the values and find out the value of alpha cube plus beta cube. The only thing is I should be knowing this formula. Without that, I will not be able to do the question. Lastly, alpha cube minus beta cube is similarly given by alpha minus beta whole cube plus 3 alpha beta into alpha minus beta. So if you will go through this video properly, questions that might appear, that might come in your exams, will be in all probability, you'll be able to solve them. Please ensure that you practice a lot these kinds of questions. Your books are full of the questions. Do practice because the chapter of polynomials is carrying a lot of weightage this time. You need to have a thorough knowledge of these questions. The case study question, if you see, if you know about the sum of the zeros, the product of the zeros, and these identities, I think you should be able to solve them. The other questions also, if you see the sample paper, telling you knowing whatever I have told you, I think all questions of the sample paper should be easily solved by you. So all the best to you all. Thank you so much.